Everybody, welcome to. And with that awesome tune made by one of my Canadian clients, actually, we have a lot of Canadian clients. However, welcome to Option Pit. This is your home and resource for options, education, and volatility. I'm Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, as well as co-host of some programs on the Options Insider Radio Network. Mark being the man about town. He is out this morning, so I'm taking over. Events. Maximizing profits with weekly options trading. Okay? Free webinar right here. Just go to options/events and you can get a taste of what the webinar will be like. Basically, we want to teach people how weeklies work and how it gives you a chance for essentially success with them. Okay? And sometimes I guess the hint is, it's just not easy just going out and selling them. Okay, there's always a cost associated with that. So we'll go into that in a big way. Markets. Now, this is what I'm going to say here. Real simple. The news is, and I know it doesn't really matter, I think that the biggest problems we face are not necessarily what I would call problems. It is the potential of a problem. So Greece is still negotiating hard with the EU. The EU has banks that have negative interest rates. These aren't normal things, right? And what I think we're going to see now here is, the date for, Greece continually has to make these interest payments. That makes the market jumpy. Can the euro handle it? Yes. However, uncertainty makes the market jumpy. Negative interest rates makes the market jumping. So what we've got is the fact that, China can gap 2 or 3% a day and then pull back, making the market jumpy. So what you have is, right, as a student of volatility, essentially, is you have the recipe for implied volatility to stretch farther above whatever the realized volatility is that day. So what we've had is we haven't had a lot of bad things happen. We're going to have earnings are coming out. JP Morgan reported okay. Wells Fargo not as good. We'll see Intel and some big tech stocks coming forward. But the reality is, what you're seeing here is, we'll just do real simple, right? You're starting to see the 10-day vol here and then the 30-day vol start to peel apart again. So what we've had is we've had some movement, right? Recovery, keep trying to get back to this all-time high number. Having a hard time. Okay, having a hard time getting back to that number. And we seem to have hit what we thought was going to be a vol low last week. It just can't quite do it. Okay, for whatever reason. We had retail sales are weaker, which means maybe rates aren't going up this year. Who knows? But that tends to be the algo trade of the week anytime there's bad news. What we've got right now is we've got implied volatility going up for what I would say is not really a good reason. Meaning there's no immediate reason that I can put my finger on it. So when that happens, traders are becoming more cautious and they're letting the at-the-money volatility expand a little bit. Okay? Is it big? No. Right? But it's certainly not going down. We touched like the 10 handle at the money on Friday on some names here. But what I'm seeing now is it's not maintaining that. Right? We're definitely moving up. So the market is starting to look for a little bit higher vol. Tends to be peaking here right around May, which is probably has something to do with Greece. Right? We've got pretty normal, what I would call contango going back. That's normal. But we're starting to see, right, just a little bit more bulge and vol around what potentially could be something. So I'd say is what are the things? We'll look at time spreads and things like that in the pit report, maybe double calendars, trades that might look at um, if this basically slow drip of volatility continues, which is which I think what could happen unless there is a fast result and then I think the market will start to pick up again. But until right now, you're going to see more of the same seesaw action that we have seen before. The only, fantastic earnings reports could surprise. But right now, I think volatility essentially is telling us the direction. And as the vol grows, people are getting more nervous about what might happen. And generally, as we've seen in the past, that arc of volatility can become pretty severe. So there are times when I thought it would be great times to sit up and load selling volatility. I don't think it's one of those times yet, right? So, and I think that's where we sit. All right, everybody. At Option Pit, of course, in our strategy letter, all of our trades are reflecting those type of things. We trimmed short volatility positions in our strategy letter to start exposing more of kind of the long put side that we have. And we will most likely continue to do so. All right. So in that regard, you all have a good day. We'll see how the earnings cycle plays out, although it looks like it's okay for JPM, not as good for Wells Fargo. And again, the good news is fundamentally things seem to be doing okay here. Just a little bit too much uncertainty overseas, as has been the case for about the last 3 or 4 years. All right, everybody, have a good day, and I will see you all in our chat room. Bye-bye.